you took from his time in Phoenix?
Man, I mean, I talked to G Hill like 2 days ago. Yeah, he is. Yeah, I live in his neighborhood now. So
okay,
yeah,
okay.
so he's. I mean, if I had a big brother in this game, other than Richard Jefferson, I would say he is it. I mean, Grant Hill really. I kind of try to mold the way that I approach the game, the way I try to be. I'm not a yeller, I'm more of a talker. Like, I'll talk to you on the side once the game is over because of how many, emotions are going on. But for me, Grant, I say the one thing Grant taught me would be enjoy every moment and every challenge, I mean, I remember one year Grant was guarding guys from like Chris Paul to, he was guarding Dwight for a little bit, and then he was guarding Zach Randolph for a little bit. And so for him, he just embraced every moment and every challenge and just was a competitor.
He's a perfect example, right? Because he did 7 years taken away from him pretty much here in Orlando, right?
Well, that's a little longer than how many years I had taken away, but and Grant was arguably one of the best, most talented guys ever play basketball. But Grant, I think for me, just showed me like it doesn't come easy. Grant's talent level is still ridiculous. He's one of the fastest guys even when he was 40, but people I don't think saw how hard he worked in the weight room, what he did with his diet, making sure that he was doing things right and make sure he was taking care of his body so that he could have that longevity in this league and that he could compete at the highest level every game.
How far along was your mind made up before you met with Hennigan and Vaughn?
You know what? I would say I'm an information gatherer, so I like to get the best information, but I do go with my gut. When I met with them, they sold me on what they wanted to do. They sold me on their, what they want to do for the future, and I think that really put me over the top. I knew I wanted to come here, and I'd already talked to the wife. I'd already looked at places to, get houses and things to do, and probably getting a day pass for Walt Disney World. And I'm like, oh, and so for me, I think the basketball part, they really sold me on what they want to do for the future, and I'm very excited to be a part of that. And again, their aggression on what they wanted and the fact that it was me really kind of just that little cherry on top.
We see Tobias as a maniacal worker. He really, really wants it.
Yeah.
How can you help him? What have you seen in his game? He says that you're the reason he thought he could play in the NBA, that you made it and he thought he could make it someday.
Yeah, you know what? He works. I think I'll be honest, he works harder than I do. And I work hard. I just got kids and stuff, so I got my time on the gym is a little smaller. And, I think the biggest thing is, for him, it's just enjoy your time. It's his work. You work to enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? The work that you do is supposed to be seen, and as it is now on the court. And I think for me, playing with him, I was already telling him how I can help him score, how I can help him, with the longevity in this league, and just little things. I think he has the skills, he has the talent, he has the body for basketball, and he has the mindset, but I think he just needs to be around one person that's going to explain what he needs to look at, how he needs to read it, and how he can be an elite scorer.
When it comes to spacing the floor, what's different from having a big man such as yourself who can space versus like a two guard? Something a little bit different about it.
Well, I think you think when we were at our best, Phoenix is when I wasn't setting the screen. That's when the 5-man is setting your screen. So if, I'm going to talk basketball. So if I'm up top where the guard is, the big man has to be above the free throw line or even closer. If somebody is from me to you, right, I can shoot that. So somebody has to be, the only person that blocked my shot last year, my jump shot, was Anthony Davis. And I don't know how he did it because I shot from the top of the key and he jumped from the free throw line. But if you have a big guy that has to stay above that free throw line, the smallest guy is a 3 or a 2 on the backside, on the baseline. So you have a 7-footer rolling to the rim, almost like you think how San Antonio plays, right? What do? Thiago Splitter rolls, right? When they have Boris Diaw right at that right side, Thiago Splitter catches it. One of those two guys has to pick up the ball. So he's either 7-footer going to make it, or he's going to throw it to shooters in the corner. Now is my guy going to rotate, a 4-man going to rotate to that guy, or is he going to stay on me? So now, corner threes are one of the most highest percentage shots in the NBA. And so you're going to give up a corner three, or you're going to give up a guy who shoots almost 40% from the three-point line. And that's basically why I stay up there and not a two guard. You could just rotate and switch and do all that. But
did it hold special significance to you last year to play all 82 games?
It did. It was huge. I didn't know if I was going to make it. I got kind of tired there after the All-Star break, and I think I just needed took me a little while to refocus, you know.
After what you had been through?
Oh man, it meant everything. That was huge. You know, I went out to a celebratory dinner with my wife. I had never done it before. It means a lot because it just means that I have been consistent. You know, it means that I had done the right things, and I'm going to try to do that again. You know, I'm going to try to make sure that I can push myself a little bit more. You know, but it was huge. It's big. 82 games is a big thing in NBA.
Channing, you played under Jeff Hornacek last year. Now you're playing with Coach Font. Both of them played together in Utah under Jerry Sloan. What type of differences and similarities do you see in their two coaching styles?
They're extremely competitive. You know, after we talked, Coach Vaughn beat the crap out of me in ping pong. You know, he said he was good, but he didn't tell me he was like a master. But you know, between him and Jeff, I think we have good communication. I understand what he's trying to get at. I understand what he wants, and I think, as far as I know, and you know, maybe you know, it'll change out there. Jock is a really good communicator of what he wants. I think it's just translating from being almost like, you know, I don't know how old he is, like 40 to like 19 or 20-year-olds.
39 right now.
Oh, even better. Now
Almost there.
Hey, we're close. So I think with him and Jeff, I think they both know what they want to achieve, and I think they just need somebody to help them translate that on the court, and hopefully I can be that, and you know, hopefully, you know, we can do some things here.
Have you selected your jersey number here
Oh,
yet?
I'm number 8. Yeah.
What does number 8 mean to you?
Well, I was the 8th pick in the draft, you know, and I don't know if I took that. I think I took it a little bit for granted when I was in New York. You know, things kind of came easy, and we were a bad team. But ever since then, you know, I've been 44, and and then I went to 8 in Phoenix, and so I'm just going to keep it. And so for me, I just want to continue to know that, like, you know, hey, actually my 8th year of the league was kind of taken away, and I'm number 8, and you know, it's just my number now. I'm just kind of a single-digit guy. Cool.
Good job.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Yeah.